One morning I woke up and seemingly out of nowhere I had an immense pain in my right shoulder. I had spent 1 year drawing every day, but with such incredibly bad posture that I had messed up my shoulder. And after that I could not spend time drawing for about a year. Now I'm not a physical therapist, but when I was going through this I couldn't find a lot of helpful stuff for a similar guide, so here's advice I would give to anyone who wants to avoid repetitive strain injuries or someone who is currently dealing with one. Tip number 1. You are not a dinosaur. A very common computer-sitting ailment this day is rounded shoulders. Since we try to reach for the keyboard a lot, we can over time end up with our shoulders facing out front. Your shoulders are supposed to be at your sides, not sticking out of your chest like a T-Rex. If you look in the mirror, your shoulders should be placed in the same line as your ears. Number 2, your shoulders are not attached to your ears. People who sit by the computer all day tend to tense their shoulders up, and over time they slowly move up, and eventually your shoulders can feel like they've ended up by your ears. Try to keep your shoulders relaxed and not elevated. Number 3, rest your elbows on the desk or the chair. If you don't rest your elbow while drawing, you will put a lot of strain on your elbow and your shoulder. And number 4, probably the most important thing out of anything here, don't push your pen too hard and don't grip it too hard. If you push your pen too hard against the paper or the tablet while you're drawing, you will put a lot of unnecessary strain on your hand and shoulder and elbow and everything. And this can completely wear down your joints for no good reason. Number 5, don't draw from your wrist. This might seem contradictory, since my personal problems were with my shoulder. However, the most common complaint out of anything amongst artists is wrist pain. The shoulders and elbows are a lot more flexible and reliable than the wrist, and the wrist is actually very sensitive to repetitive movements. Along with that, drawing from the shoulder is just better for your drawings in general. People who draw with their wrists will often rely on the space around their hand, but when you draw from the shoulder, you get a lot more available space and a lot more free movement. You can start practicing by drawing circles with your shoulder. It takes some time to get used to, but by the end you might find yourself a lot more liberated. And the last one, number 6, forward head posture. Don't lean your head forward. Over time, this will lead to a lot of pain because your body will be struggling to keep your head attached to your neck. This can also compact nerves in your neck, and problems that are in your neck can feel like pains in your arm. So what have we learned? Our body is not built to handle repetitive motions over and over. You need to listen to your body, because you could be one injury away from losing a lot of time or a lot of income. Along with that, all of this brings up a very important question. What about pen display tablets like Cintiqs? And we learned that we need to keep the head erect with eyes forward. The shoulders should not be elevated. The upper arms should be vertical. The elbows should be at the side, and our wrists should be straight, along with keeping a natural curve for our spines. So as good as a Cintiq might be, you need to be extra careful if you own one. You are a lot more susceptible to drawing injuries and ailments. You know what, while we are at it, here are some additional quick tips. Sleep properly, because sleep is when the body heals itself. If you're not sleeping properly, then you are not healing properly. And things like sitting up all night and sleeping during the day, it will upset your healing, because your body might just have to cope with your weird sleeping habits instead. Build up muscle, because if you draw until your arm hurts and then you relax, and then you draw until it hurts and then you relax, then you repeat this over and over, and you're straining yourself over and over. Eventually, you need to start training your arms so you can build up strength and tolerance and be able to draw for longer. Take up exercise, like walking, running, swimming, anything that gets your blood flow going. Look, I don't know how the body works, I don't understand biology. So simply put, for stupid people like myself, when you are healing, it's the result of the blood and the blood flow coming in and replacing all the old bad things in the area. Exercise gets your blood flow going, and it stimulates healing. If you're in pain right now, then you can do this in other ways too. When you're in the shower, you can put very cold water over the area for 30 seconds, and then switch to hot water, but not so hot you're scalding yourself. Then repeat this back and forth, and the blood flow will go back and forth in the area. This might not work as well as exercise, but it does relieve pain. If you are in severe pain or you have persistent pains, then you should seek out a physical therapist. They can help you with your particular case, and they can keep up with your progress. Take breaks every 30 minutes. Stand up from your desk and, stretch, because you will have to stretch frequently. There's a free PC software called Rave, and you can set it up so that your computer tells you when to take a break after 30 minutes or something. It will also tell you how to stretch. Does that seem like a lot? Well, human beings were not designed to sit and draw all day. A lot of people imagine the artist's lifestyle as staying up late and sleeping poorly and never going outside, but the way I see it, being an artist is closer to being an athlete. You train yourself so you can sit for long periods of time and do what you love. That doesn't mean you have to go to the gym every day and be super healthy, but if you want this kind of lifestyle, then you have to keep yourself healthy, or learn that the hard way. Over time, you would not only be physically unhealthy, but also mentally unhealthy. So get out there and do what you need to do. Also, here are some great videos for stretching and the like. They might not be super fun, but once you have learned this stuff, it comes a lot easier to you. So don't be afraid about learning this stuff. And thanks for watching this video. Bye bye.